Hey there, welcome to My Green Pets. I'm William Green. We're going to head over to the Denver Orchid Society show here in a little bit, but I just wanted to show you what's going on in the tents first. First of all, yesterday I officially joined the Denver Orchid Society. I wasn't a member because I technically used to live closer to Boulder than Denver, but now my address is actually Denver. So I'm in the Denver Orchid Society, and they said, "Oh, well, you're gonna get a free plant off the table." And I was like, "Oh, I don't need a new plant. I've got plenty of plants." But then I saw that they had this Miltoniopsis Lillian Nakamoto, and when I looked it up, the Orchids Limited page came up and was like, "You won't find a more fragrant Miltoniopsis," and I was like, "Yoink!" and grabbed it. So we're gonna see if Miltoniopsis will like the cool tent. It's definitely super humid in here and very cool in the winter, so hopefully it'll be happy and we might get some blooms in the spring. My Zygopetalum seems to be doing okay. It's fattening up its bulbs and it's got a couple new growths. So fingers crossed these growths may bloom in January. I'm pretty sure that's when this thing typically blooms. Brassias are doing fine. This guy is doing okay. My Dendrochilum's kind of stuck back here in the corner, but it's surviving. A little bit concerned about my Nepenthes kinabaluensis, just because the newest leaf is kind of yellowish. Could just be that I did increase the light by 20% in here a couple weeks ago, so maybe it's just that. It's just I'm not loving that color. Not loving that color of that leaf. It's a little too yellow for my liking. Rajah edwardsiana just put out a nice new leaf, and maybe we'll see a picture on the bigger leaves pop open. Hopefully we will. But let's head over to the warm tent where lots of things are happening. Oh yes, it is a Cycnoches party in here. Fire Embers has started to open up. Some flowers are completely open. Everything's in some stage of opening, and it is just a big mess of flowers. A waterfall of flowers, if you will. So it missed the Denver show by, well, I'd say 3 or 4 days. I think it would have been in primo condition for the show, but it's okay. It's okay. We're going to enjoy it here at home, and you get to see it regardless. Next to it, we've got cooperi bronze with 19 and 23 flowers on 2 spikes. Looking like it's going to be spectacular in a couple weeks. Over here we've got Cycnoches. Nebula also pushing out 2 beautiful spikes, and hopefully they're not going to get too close to the cooperi here, but I think that once they start pushing out, they're going to get weighed down with buds, and they're going to hang down. Bronze Vixen's made some strides in development. 10 nice big flowers coming out on this guy. And again, those are a few weeks from blooming out. Down here, look at this, Rhyncholaelia Aristocrat. Boom, out of nowhere. This thing, as soon as the bud emerges out of the sheath, it blooms within a couple days. So that's opening up, and that may be in full bloom either later tonight or tomorrow. My Clowesia Rebecca Northen Aurora is on fire with 8 spikes. These are the 2 most advanced, but they range from that down to little nubbins just starting on some of the older growths or smaller growths. So I don't know if they'll all be in bloom at the same time. That would be great. But dang, that thing is really stepping up. And look, the plant is completely leafed out. It hasn't dropped a single leaf. So it's going to be blooming while in full leaf, which is fine. It just kind of actually takes away from the impact that the flowers make. It's really, really impactful when you see the flowers on these bare pseudobulbs. So it's fine, but it won't quite be as impressive as it would be if all the leaves have dropped. Obviously, I could cut them off, but I'm not going to do that. My Rebecca Northen Mikabe is doing what it kind of always does at the end of the season. You got these dark marks on the bulbs, and I don't know exactly why that's happening, but I'm gonna go ahead and start reducing water and fertilizer on this guy, even though it's only September, just because it doesn't look that great. This is my Clowesia rosea that this year's growth just completely rotted off, just fell right off. I don't know. I mean, it's a water thing. It's got to be a water thing, right? But it is trying to put out a new growth. I don't know if that's going to be enough for it, but I mean, I'm going to nurture it for sure because I really like this little plant. It's very cute, but it did not like my culture this year. Maybe it didn't get warm enough. Over here we've got Rebecca Northen Grapefruit Pink with some massive bulbs, and this thing always does well no matter what I do. And same for this year. 4 great big bulbs, and it's going to be insane because each one of these bulbs can put out like 3 or 4 spikes, maybe even more. So that's going to be amazing. Very exciting. My pinguiculas are looking pretty nice. These little snow angels have been blooming all summer. The Cyclosecta bloomed with just 1 flower. It was very nice, but that was all it gave us. This little Stishvinefia horicii finally has gotten some momentum going. And this is a cool little guy. Bulbophyllum lepidum. It's got 3 spikes open. Kind of see them there. Very cute. Didn't take it to the show just because, you know, it's a lot of plant and not a whole lot of flower. You know, if it had like 5 or 6 inflorescences all blooming at once, we'd think about it. But it's so much. It takes up a lot of space, and it's fine. Back here, Bulbophyllum medusae is just covered in spikes. I think it's got at least 9, maybe more. It's going to be great. I can't wait to see this thing bloom out. It's going to be wonderful. Probably won't be around till Thanksgiving or so. But I'm going to be here. I'm not going to miss it. All right. What you've all been waiting for. Let's go check out the Denver Orchid Society Fall Show and Sale and see how everything did. This year's theme was Orchids with Altitude, so you can see the backgrounds reflecting that, and really nice displays. I don't know about your Orchid Society, but we get a lot of individuals creating their own displays. This one by JoJo was fantastic. It has basically, she took one of her grow tents and just brought it in, and it just kind of shows people who are looking through like, hey, you can do this at home. Really nice displays there. Here's Fantasy Orchids display, just super colorful. And I got to be on a clerk on the PAF judging team that went around and gave ribbons and stuff, and just saw some really cool stuff. So really nice show, and thanks to everyone who put it together because really enjoyed it. Alright, we're back from looking at the show exhibits. I want to show you how everything did. So, unfortunately I got there too late and I couldn't show all of the different awards that the different plants got, but I can show you what I got. So, Masdevallia Machu Picchu with 3 lovely flowers got a blue ribbon in the pleurothalids category. Let's go look in the warm tent. Bulbophyllum medusae So many compliments on this plant. People just love this plant. And you never see them in shows because they only bloom for like 2 days. So we just got super, super lucky. I'm so happy so many people got to see it. It got a blue ribbon in the Bulbophyllum. Well, actually, this was in miscellaneous genera that included Bulbophyllum and other stuff. It also got best flower in the miscellaneous category. So that was cool. There were 2 miscellaneous categories. This was miscellaneous category 2, I think. So, good job, medusae. Beautiful. Phalaenopsis philippinensis. I took it because it's a lovely little flower. Really nicely shaped. Beautiful leaves. Why not? It ended up getting a blue ribbon in the Phalaenopsis category and best flower in the Phalaenopsis category, which is pretty hefty achievement. Considering Phalaenopsis is pretty common in shows. There were quite a few in the show, so super proud of that. Wow. Good job, little guy. Alright, and now the moment you've all been waiting for, unless you've checked my other socials, you already know. Cycnoches cooperi. Wow, exceeded my wildest expectations. It did not receive an AOS award. In fact, the judges passed on it. They said it did not have enough flowers. I was not surprised. Most of the recent awards, the plants have at least 30 flowers or more. This one only has 28. But dude, in the show, it did so well. So, blue ribbon in miscellaneous genera 1 category. That was all the Catacetinae and some other things. Best flower in miscellaneous genera 1. Best flower in show. This was awarded by the AOS judges. Amazing. And then the People's Choice Award, which means, as I don't know if other orchid societies do this at shows, but you go through and anybody who visits the show gets a little ballot and they can vote on their favorite plant. And I don't know if there were different categories. I forgot to look at the ballot, so I don't know how many other People's Choice Awards there were, or if this was the only one. But anyway, the people have spoken. Cycnoches cooperi. You deserve it. You are a spectacular beast. And I will say, I got this thing all the way there without popping a single pollinia. And then, of course, once it got there and got it to the display, they started coming off. But it still looks pretty good in spite of the fact it's been pretty beat up over the past few days. So, super, super excited. As we are later in the day, there's a little bit more action happening here on Cycnoches Fire Embers. And this Rhyncholaelia Aristocrat looks like it has opened almost completely up since this morning. So that's cool. But overall, the DOS show was a big success. Many thanks to everybody who helped put that thing together. It had to be a big pain in everyone's butt, but I appreciate it so much, and I think a lot of people really, really enjoyed the show. Heard lots of good things. So there we are. I hope that you have had a great weekend, and I will talk to you next weekend right here on My Green Pets. I'm William Green, and I will see you later.